Okay, hi everybody. I think we can begin now. So, like I said, it's 10 o'clock here. I'm on the line from Johannesburg, South Africa. And I think most of you are from Australia. So, welcome to everybody from down under and all over the world. Today, we're going to be talking about Autochartist. We're going to give a brief introduction. I hope to get through it quickly and not take up too much of your time. There is a chat section and a question box. So if you have any questions, please type them into the question box and I will try and answer them as much as possible. I think that I'm going to, maybe stop once or twice to answer questions. So please be patient. I will try and get to them, maybe at the end especially. And yes, I think let's just jump straight into it. So what is Autochartist? So first of all, Autochartist is a pattern recognition system. Just by the way, I am going to be using the slide and I'm going to be switching over to the web application. So this is, if I'm not going into too much detail on the slide, I am going to show you throughout the presentation this web app and where you can see everything on the web app. So Autochartist basically is a pattern recognition system. It automatically identifies chart patterns, Fibonacci patterns, and key levels. And it's based on market psychology, which is very important because, for I don't know how long charting and technical analysis has been around, but I think it's probably over about 100 years now. And, since the beginning of trading technical analysis, it was all based upon market psychology. And the idea is basically people have greed, people have fear, and that affects price action on any chart, on any symbol. It's all really the same stuff. It's based upon people's fear. Autochartist is not a trading system, so it's not like you pay your money and we tell you trade A, B, and C. Okay, it's not a trading system. What it is, it's first of all a time-saving tool. It saves you time because it finds chart patterns on many instruments, hundreds of instruments a day. So it saves you time. You don't look through all your charts and try and draw the patterns yourself and the support and resistance levels yourself. We do it for you. And most importantly, it's an opportunity finder. So it finds you opportunities to trade in the market. Okay, I'm just checking the questions. We do have a question. We don't have a question, which Jasur just says hello. Okay, hello Jasur, and welcome to the room. Okay, let me just carry on here. So that is what Autochartist is in a nutshell. So what are the benefits of Autochartist? So first of all, it's a pattern alert every time that a trade opportunity appears on the web app. Okay, you're going to get an alert, and I'll show you over here. You see over here it says alert sound. Okay, and we don't have any new patterns now, but what will happen maybe during the presentation when a new pattern comes up on the web app, you will see an orange like exclamation mark appear next to where the new pattern happens. Okay, but there aren't any at the moment, but hopefully as the presentation goes on, you will see new alerts come up, and then you will see the orange exclamation mark come up. But at the moment, there aren't any. Okay. So basically, with thousands of instruments being scanned during any given minute, Autochartist delivers both audio and visual alerts, highlighting trading opportunities as they arise. And just by the way, for the alert sound over here, you can turn it off if you want and turn it on. And there's actually, okay, how's that for luck? As I turn back here, there is an alert, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the the grey, sorry, excuse me, the orange with the white exclamation in there, and that means that a new alert has happened. Okay, so that's the alerts. Okay, it has quality indicators. Each pattern comes with an automated visual analysis that uses a combination of 4 unique characteristics in assigning a pattern's quality score. So I'm going to get into this a little bit more later, but first of all, on the web app, you'll see that you have down here, you have your trading opportunities, and when you click on every trading opportunities, the picture of it, the image of it appears up here, which shows you the support and the resistance lines and where it expects the price to go to. And then in this box, it gives you a little bit more information about the actual trading opportunity. And you can see here is where the quality indicator is. So the quality indicator just tells you it's based upon, first of all, how strong the trend was, how much volume there was, okay, how much uniformity, how much clarity, and the breakout. So uniformity and clarity refer to how well the pattern touched the support and resistance levels. And obviously, the more times it touches it, and the more precise it touches the support and resistance levels, the higher the quality will be. And that's basically the higher the uniformity and the clarity. And the quality, the overall, you see the blue over here, that's the overall quality of the pattern. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the trading opportunity is going to be more successful. Okay, it's just more information. Autochartist is just a tool which gives you as much information as possible about current price action and how it's breaking through support and resistance levels. And the quality indicators are just another tool that helps you with that. So those are the quality indicators. It's applicable to all levels of experience. Experienced traders use Autochartist as a time-saving and market scanning tool, while less experienced or even novice traders use it to start off with good quality trade opportunities and in the process learn how to identify and use them. So Autochartist is great for everybody, really. We find that a lot of professionals use Autochartist because they like to look at a lot of charts and a lot of markets. They might look at Forex, they might look at stocks, futures, and they're looking at daily time frames, hourly time frames. They're looking at a lot of markets, and to sit and go, on your charting software, your trading platforms, or whatever you use to trade, to actually sit and go through all these different charts every single day is a lot of work, and it helps them, these professionals, because basically it's all done for you already. They say that. An image, I actually forgot the saying now, but an image is worth more than 1,000 words or something like that, right? You know that saying? So the idea is that, if you just had all these different, candles, okay, without the support and resistance lines already drawn, it just looks like a bunch of candles. So it's hard to see that there's a trading opportunity there. But when Autochartist comes along and actually draws them for you, okay, when it comes and draws this line to there and this support and resistance line down there, and it shows you the breakout, okay, it makes it a lot quicker to look at and a lot clearer to look at your charts and the price action. And that is why it's good for professionals, but also for beginners it's great because, again, a beginner is just looking at a chart with a bunch of patterns, with a bunch of candles on it, and they don't know, what to do with it. It's just a bunch of candles. So Autochartist comes along and shows you that, shows you where the support and resistance levels are and shows you where the breakouts are. And I'm going to show you all the different patterns as we go along. Okay, so it saves time. Rather than forcing a trader to rely on or require years of training to recognize trading patterns, Autochartist scans through massive quantities of market price data and automatically detects predefined patterns. This saves time and effort for traders of all levels. So again, like I just said, if you're a beginner, it's going to save you years, even months of learning how to find these patterns, because it draws them for you, and it's not just a bunch of candles on a chart. Okay, Autochartist has educational support. The Autochartist service is accompanied by training materials that empower traders to best utilize chart patterns and technical analysis in their day-to-day trading. So this is basically what you're here for, right? You're here on this webinar because this is what Autochartist does. We don't just give you the tool. Excuse me, my slides just went. We don't just give you the tool and let you try and work it out for yourself. We have webinars, and especially here, if you look at the trading community, you can see that we have in this section over here, we have a whole bunch of education for you to help you with trading. We even have ebooks which help you about trading itself, and then we have introduction videos which tells you more about how to actually use Autochartist, setting up searches, chart patterns. Okay, goes into detail about all the different things. I'm not going to do the MT4 plugin with you today, but you can see here that there is a video, and if you just click on it, it should pop up, and there's the video on the MT4 plugin. So there's a lot of educational material that comes with Autochartist. Trade style. Autochartist automatically plots support and resistance lines, catering to both breakout and swing traders. So now this is very important because we find that that there's two types of traders really, and obviously I'm being a bit vague about how many the different types of traders there are, but if we could put them into two different types of schools. There are traders who look for the trend trading, who like to trade the trend. And then there are traders who like to not trade the trend, but they like to trade when price is kind of like ranging. And they're called swing traders. And if we look at Autochartist, yeah, we have a results filter. You can see over here, we have chart patterns, Fibonacci patterns, and key levels. And each one of these gives you the option to choose completed or emerging. So there's a big difference between these two. First of all, I'm going to get into this a little bit later in the presentation. But first of all, Autochartist has these completed patterns, which are basically, you have your pattern, excuse my drawing, okay, but you have your support and resistance levels, and then you have a breakout, okay. So that means that kind of like price is moving along, okay, moves in between there, and then there's a breakout. So that's more for trend traders. They like to trade the completed patterns. Then you have Autochartist has emerging patterns. So what emerging patterns are, they're basically patterns that have moved between support and resistance. Oops, sorry about my drawing again, okay, but you get the idea, okay. Price moves between support and resistance, okay, but it hasn't broken through. Completed patterns are when price breaks through, but emerging patterns are price is still moving in between these support and resistance levels and hasn't broken through yet, and that's more for people who like to trade the ranging markets and not trade the trend. So that's the difference between that. Okay. Autochartist has highly customizable searches. Users can define custom search criteria that filter out unwanted data, leaving only the chart pattern information most relevant to their own personal trading style. So back here again, I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy from going back and forth, okay? But just to keep things in order, I like to use the presentation. So on the web app, we have over here, we have searches. And if you click on new search, you can see there's a whole bunch of search criteria. So first of all, you can choose only those patterns that you want to show for a certain market. So let's just say I want to only show Forex for 60 minutes. Okay, and I could even break it down even more by just choosing my symbol that I want to do. So let's just say I want to choose Euro US dollar. Okay, I will just choose that, and I will choose which time frame I want to show my trading opportunities for. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to choose Forex. And then you can do an advanced search where you can choose, do you only want bull, bears? Do you want kind of a continuation pattern of a trend, or do you want a reversal pattern of the trend? Do you want both? And you can change your quality indicators, and you can even change which chart patterns you want to show. So if I deselect all, so let's just say I want to only choose horizontal patterns. And I click create search, and my search will appear here. And that's great because you can only choose the trading opportunities that you want to see and that you trade, and that works according to your trading style. Okay, so I gave you a quick brief thing about chart patterns and emerging, and the differences between emerging and completed patterns. So let's just read through this quickly. Emerging patterns are fully formed except that price is still trading between support and resistance and have not broken through support or resistance yet. It's ideal for swing traders, like I said. It's an early warning for trend traders that a breakout may occur. Okay, completed patterns again, it's identified in real time as soon as a bar closes outside the support or resistance range. The forecast regions are calculated by a standard algorithm based on charting theory and pattern quality. Now, on average, 70% of completed patterns reach the forecast target levels. Okay, so now besides for the chart patterns, we also have Fibonacci patterns. Okay, and again, you can see the Fibonacci patterns over here. I don't really trade Fibonacci patterns, but Autochartist does have them. So again, if you come here to the results filter and you click on Fibonacci patterns, you'll get a whole bunch of different types: butterfly, Gartley, ABCD. Okay, all the basic ones that people trade, we have them on Autochartist. And then besides for Fibonacci patterns, we have key levels. So with key levels, Autochartist identifies important price levels and signals users when price approaches or breaks through horizontal support or resistance. Okay, so the difference here between key levels and chart patterns are that key levels are horizontal trading opportunities. So if I come back here, you can see that Autochartist has again, it's based upon support and resistance. The only difference is that the lines are horizontal. So yeah, you can see price touched there, price touched here, touched there, okay, nearly touched there, and then broke through. And when it broke through, that's when Autochartist said that this is a trading opportunity, and that's actually a breakout. An approach is similar. Let's show you an approach. An approach is similar, except that it hasn't broken through the horizontal line yet. It's still just approaching, like the name says. Okay, this is basically what I just said, so I'm not going to read through. Okay, let me just read through it quickly. Just, the more you hear about it, the better. So breakouts signals indicate that key support or resistance levels have been breached. This suggests to the trader that price may have sufficient momentum to move away from the broken level. A forecast region is illustrated that gives the trader an area of probability of the expected price move. 70% of breakout signals are successful with price reaching the target forecast. Approaches. An approach signal is an early warning signal that price is moving towards an identified level of support or resistance. The trader can thus prepare for price to either breach the level, forming a breakout signal, or to test the key level again, thereby confirming it. And 78% of approaching signals are successful with price reaching the support or resistance line. Okay, so that's, I'm sure you're all wondering the percentages that I just said about the 78 and the 72%. How do we know that? What's that based upon? So back in the web app, if you look at performance statistics, okay, basically what Autochartist does, it measures all the trading opportunities that we've had for the past 6 months, and it puts them under performance stats. Okay, so this is back in the day. Autochartist has been around for like 10 years or whatever, but before that there was more studies that were done on Autochartist. So a formal study was conducted on 20 Forex currency pairs, data from 1999 to 2009, 194,000 completed patterns identified over 5 time frames, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. A success was defined as price moving into the forecast region. So if we look back at a trading opportunity, okay, and we make it bigger. Sorry about that. So for the performance stats, Autochartist will say that a success is when it reaches the target region. So for example, an approach is a success when it reaches this line over here. If price moves away and then comes back within a certain time period and then hits it, it's still considered a success. If price moved away and didn't come back in the time period that Autochartist gives, then it's considered not a success. So it's a very simple way of defining what is a success and what is not a success when it comes to performance stats. Okay, and they did the study, and results showed an overall rate of accuracy of 70%. New performance stats systems has been implemented for all exchanges. Average accuracy ranges between 60 and 80%. Results are published on the web. Updated reports published monthly. So again, if we go to performance stats, that initial study was created what we call performance stats, and we have them for all the different markets. If I look for Forex, where do I have Forex here? Okay, so now if we look at chart patterns, for example, just waiting for it to load. Okay, we can see that an overall percentage of 67% reached the target level in the past 6 months. But I don't worry about that too much because, again, Autochart is not a trading system. Okay, it's a tool to help you trade and to find the best opportunities. And therefore, when I look at these performance stats, I'm just trying to take out key things in the details that's going to help me choose the patterns and the time of day that I want. So you can see here the patterns. It shows you, for example, that inverse head and shoulders has a 78% success rate, but a pennant only has a 54% success rate. So automatically in my search criteria, I'm not going to put in pennants, for example. Then it gives you a whole bunch of different information. It shows you the hour of the day that they're successful. It shows you the quality scores. It shows you the different symbols and the intervals. Okay, has a lot of detail. Again, we don't have much time, but you should look at this and go through it in more detail. And then at the bottom, yeah, it shows you the hour of day, and you can see that, for example, 5 o'clock till 11 o'clock, it's not a good time to trade with, using Autochartist. But from 5 o'clock onwards, it is better. And just by the way, those times are based upon what you set your time zone to. So if you're in Australia, you would look down here for your city in Australia, and then that would show you the correct time. Okay, we are running out of time, so I'm just going to run through this very quickly now. So I've showed you trading opportunities. I've showed you performance stats. Then we have our favorites, and our favorites are simply, well, they're not simple. There's a bit of an algorithm to them. But what Autochartist did was they took the trading opportunities and the performance stats, and they made our favorites, which are basically a filter of the best trading opportunities with regards to performance stats. So you can see here, if I choose Forex, I can choose the probability that I want. Let's just say I want a 70% probability. It will only show me those ones, and it shows me the different trading opportunities, and you can see it gives you detail about them. It says an overall probability of 72%. This pattern has a 74% success rate. The symbol has a 65% success rate, and the time of day that it broke out has a 72% success rate. Okay, Imad is asking a question: how often are our favorites updated? So they're updated as soon as a new trading opportunity comes. So as soon as you see a new trading opportunity here under the trading opportunities tab, and an alert appears, it will appear in our favorites. Obviously, as long as it fulfills the criteria to be in our favorites. But it happens almost at the time where trading opportunities happen. So there's not much of a delay, if any delay. Okay. Okay, then we have volatility analysis. And again, because we are running out of time, I'm not going to read through this. I'm going to show you on here. Okay, Matt is saying sometimes our favorites differ from the opportunities. And again, the reason for that is because our favorites only choose the trading opportunities that have the criteria based upon the performance statistics. So they have to fulfill a certain criteria to be in our favorites. So not all trading opportunities make it to our favorites because it's all based upon the past performance. Okay, so now volatility analysis is a tool that is very good to help you with setting your stop loss and take profit levels, because it tells you how much price moves on average on that pair. So for example, we have Euro USD here, and we see the first image over here says expected price range for Euro USD at Thursday at 10:15. Okay, because it's now nearly 10:30 in South Africa, so that's based upon Johannesburg time. And it shows you the expected price movement. So basically what this is, for the past 6 months, let's say, for the past 6 months, we can see that when it's 10:30 or 10:15 in South Africa, okay, and if you change it to Australia, obviously it will be the same information, just according to your time period. You can see that the expected price range movement for the next hour, it expects price to move between 1.1210 and 1.1295, and in the next 4 hours, it expects price to move between 1.1197 and 1.1309. And I just realized that we have a spelling. It's actually not a spelling mistake. It's a different language. I'm not sure what language that is. Okay. But yeah, so that's supposed to say hour. Okay, and then we have down here, okay, this is what I found the most important information in the volatility analysis, and that is the Euro US dollar price movement range per hour. So you see that you have your hour of the day at the bottom. Okay, so let's say it's 10 o'clock here in South Africa, and so that would be this green bar over here, and this shows you, okay, what is the price range going to be at 10 o'clock time in South Africa, which is basically the London Open is around here. Okay, so you can see that the higher the green bar, the higher the price movement range. So that's 0.004 that you see there is actually 40 pips. Okay, so over here at 10 o'clock, you can see that price could move anywhere from 25 pips to 50 pips. But if you go to the, let's say, for example, the Asian session, which is over here, okay, you can see that the price movement is much lower. You only have 10 pips, 15 pips, and 20 pips, and the most goes up to like 25 pips. So this automatically tells you that for Euro US dollar, the personality, so to speak, of Euro US dollar tells me that it's more volatile during the London period. And therefore, obviously, I'm going to set my stop loss and take profit levels accordingly. If I'm trading in the Asian period, I can set maybe a 30 pip stop loss. But if I'm trading the London session and price is expected to move 50 pips and even up to 60 pips, you don't want to set your stop loss to 30 pips because chances are it's going to be hit. Okay, it is 10:32 now. Usually we only do half an hour for these webinars. So let me just see if I've got anything else here that I would like to add. Oh, the emails. Okay. This is kind of like a new thing with Autochartist where we send out emails, and we found that they are very popular because obviously people are on the go and they want Autochartist with them the whole time. And emails are easy to look at. You don't have to log into the web app or go to your MT4 platform. So we have different types of emails. We have the daily market snapshot, and I'll just give you a preview over here. Okay, sorry, it's just taking a bit of time to load. And this just basically gives you trading opportunities on kind of like a longer time frame for the main pairs. And it also gives you news that is coming up. It gives you this trading opportunity. So for example, you have GBP JPY, and it will give you a whole bunch of support and resistance levels, moving averages, where we expect price to go to. And it's just a good overview of the market. And the way it's designed is that you can come here and you can choose which session you would like to get these reports. So if you just choose, European session, it will be sent just before the European Open. And then you'll get that information by email. You can choose your language and all different types of markets. Then we have correlating signals, which are trading opportunities that are sent. This is a very new thing, and it's very good because it shows you trading opportunities that have a lot of momentum, basically because whenever two or more trade opportunities appear at the same time in the same direction with certain other criteria, Autochartist will send you an email, and obviously the more chart patterns that are pointing in the same direction shows you that there's a lot of momentum in the breakout. And then we also send you emails about the economic news. One thing I didn't speak about, and that is the mobile app. Basically what the mobile app is, it's our favorites on your phone. Okay, very simple, but very effective. And if you haven't got the mobile app yet, I suggest you download it and give it a try. And I'm going to show you quickly. Okay, if you go to autochartist.com, to our main website, on the home page, as soon as it loads, sorry about this, in South Africa, our internet gets slow sometimes. As soon as it loads, you will see a screen here with two links to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. And that's where you can download the mobile app from. And it's free to use. You just sign up, and it gives you our favorites on your phone and sends you notifications. I'm actually going to... Sorry about this. The internet is very slow here. Okay, so if you go to the register page, the sign up page over here, you can see over here the app stores where you can download the mobile app, and it's a great tool to have. On that note, this was just an introduction, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but if we have any questions, I will take a few questions now, so please type them in the question box. Okay, I don't see any questions at the moment, so I'm going to take it that you're all happy. I'll just give it a few more seconds. While I'm waiting for you guys to ask questions, we also have a YouTube channel. Okay. Okay, so we have a YouTube channel. Basically, you just go to youtube.com and you search for Autochartist, and there you can find past webinars and the getting started videos, testimonials, and all different types of education. So the videos are a great resource because it gives you a lot more information than just this webinar. And if you do look at Autochartist, again, the web app, and you come to the trading community, I see PC Grover has asked a question. I'm not 100% clear on what you're asking. He's asking, how does Autochartist select the best time frame for its indicators, or is that the art of it? So I'm not really sure what you're asking, but basically Autochartist is an automated tool that, it's like a search engine type thing that goes around the markets and finds these patterns, and it looks at thousands of different markets and charts, and it doesn't necessarily matter what time frame, as long as the chart patterns have the right support and resistance levels and they break through correctly. So for example, you can take this one, Ord New Zealand. It's on the 240 minute interval, which is the 4-hour time frame, and you can see it's a chart pattern. It's got support, the green line and the blue line, support and resistance levels. It touches there a few times and then it breaks out. So that's an ascending triangle on the 240 minutes. But that same triangle, let's just say, here's a 30-minute one. Okay, it's the same type of idea where you have support and resistance levels, and price moved between them and then broke out. It's the same pattern, it's just on a different time frame. And Autochartist goes from the 15-minute to the daily time frame, because that's 15, 30, 60, 240 in daily, because that's what people mostly trade. And we have looked into doing 5-minute and 1-minute and longer time frames weekly, but it's just, we find that people don't necessarily trade those patterns, I would say, as successfully. We find that the higher the time frame, the better the chart patterns work. First of all, and second of all, there's a lot of data that you would need, and it takes up a lot of resources to kind of do the 1-minute and 5-minute chart patterns. But I hope that answers your question, PC. I see that you did ask. So PC is saying thanks. So it's only pattern recognition. There were 2 previous questions too. Okay, let me just look here, PC. Okay, sorry. So I do see your questions above. Let me just look at them quickly. Yes, okay. So because this is a webinar which is for everybody and all our brokers, I'm not really allowed to talk about specific brokers, PC. But I will say that broker that you did mention does have Autochartist, and it's just it doesn't look like this, but it is the same Autochartist. Okay. And then you're asking if a number of companies are promoting Autochartist, is it likely that everyone will get the same alert at the same time? So that's a very good question, PC. PC is basically asking, if you have one broker with Autochartist and another broker with Autochartist, or are you going to get the same charting and the same patterns and trade opportunities? And the answer is on a general basis, yes, but there are differences. And the reason why you'll see differences is because different brokers have different data feeds. And because of that, the candles get drawn on their data feeds a little bit differently. So it is a bit different, and some brokers also have more products than other brokers. So for example, this Autochartist you see here has event impact analysis, which is about news trading, which I didn't go into. But that news trading, a lot of brokers don't actually have that, and some brokers don't have our favorites. So it just depends on the license that each broker took out with us. I hope that answers your question, PC. Okay, John is asking, in the Fibo and Info next to trades, what does length relate to? Okay, very, very good question. So let's just go here and look at trading opportunities. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily, okay, well, we'll look at, you mentioned Fibonacci patterns. Okay, and I think you're asking about the length. So you see here it says length 27 at the bottom. Okay, so what that means is for this pattern to be shown here, it took 27 candles to create this pattern. So 27 candles moved within the support and resistance, in this case of Fibonacci, to create this pattern. So that pattern there was 27 candles. That's basically what it means. And if I show you, yeah, if we go to computer patterns, it basically means the same thing, just a different pattern. So for example, this ORD CHF, it says here it took 73 candles. So what that means is that from here, the beginning to the end was 73 240-minute candles. And while I'm showing you that, I'll just also mention the age is basically how many candles ago Autochartist found the trading opportunity. So this pattern over here says 1 candle, which means that it broke out within the last candle, which was the last 240-minute candle. And if I go to, let's say, for example, the 5 candles, the age of that one, that means that Autochartist found this pattern, it broke out, it was shown here in the trading opportunities, but since then, it's moved 5 candles without hitting the target region. And you can see these candles over here that are not solid, they're see-through. Those are the candles that happened after the trading opportunity was found. So it's still a trading opportunity in progress. Okay, let's see if I have any more questions. I think that's it. I don't see any more questions. So with that, I am going to stop the webinar. I thank you very much for joining us. We went a bit over time, but I hope you found this information relevant. And please look at the trading community and see the next webinars that are coming up. We do have webinars which have a lot more detail, and we do have also in this time period, okay, this is only for June, but there are ones that are for July also. So there are a lot of webinars coming up. If you have any questions, you can email support@autochartist.com, or you could even email me, myself, directly. You can see my email here at the top, errol@autochartist.com. Please email me if you have any more questions that I didn't get to. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great day.